Hi guys, if you are thinking of undertaking a PhD by publication, this is the video for you because in this video I will discuss the advantages of doing so. In my last video, the link which is in the description section below, I talked about the factors that one might consider when deciding to undertake a PhD by publication. In today's video, I'll talk about the advantages, and in my next video I'll talk about the disadvantages of doing a PhD by publication. So let's get started with the first factor. The process of publishing a journal article is typically so time consuming and protracted that it is unlikely that many students will commit the necessary time, energy and resources after thesis submission, unless they have taken up an academic position in which publications output is an important performance criterion. Even in these cases, creating the space necessary to bring publication to conclusion can be very challenging. In either case, a PhD graduate may have only limited interest in or opportunity to revisit their thesis, and they are likely to be fully committed in new employment which may not be closely related to their research topic. The resources and support necessary to facilitate publications are likely to be lacking or difficult to access, including the non-trivial consideration that supervisors foci will have moved on to new student and possibly different research areas. Some institutions have established writing fellowships as a strategy to facilitate publication by recent graduates, but these are only available and attractive to a minority of students. Hence, doing a PhD by publication can allow you to publish numerous articles by the time you submit your thesis. So when you graduate, you already have a few publications under your track record. Now, if you look at the screen, you can see that this shows the efficiency, timeliness, and feedback to submitting and receiving the feedback to a research paper. Now, for many reasons, people hesitate from doing a PhD by publication because often it takes a lot of time for papers to get published, and sometimes when you are almost completing the thesis, you have to then again update your thesis because by the time you do publish your literature review paper as a publication, some time may have passed and you may have to revisit the literature review and update it. However, published articles provide a resource that can be easily shared with others and generate further interest, debate, and demand for information. Researchers often seek input from others to inform their work, and good practices that dictates those contributors should be informed of the outcomes of work which draws on their inputs. Published articles provide authoritative material in a form amenable to distribution to research participants where appropriate, and demonstrable evidence that the input and efforts of informants have not been wasted. The process of developing a journal article and responding to reviewer and editorial comments instills a high level of discipline in students' research conduct. It ensures that research methods are adequately documented and supported, that information and data are professionally presented and analyzed, and that findings are set and discussed in the context of relevant literature. It also fosters attention to detail such as correct and complete biographies, bibliographies, and ensures that these are addressed progressively rather than as an afterthought. Committing to a PhD by publication exposes students to a process of continual review and criticism outside the domain of their direct supervisors and reference panels. Whilst this presents its own challenges, as all who have submitted articles to independent peer review quickly become aware, it has many advantages of exposing students to a wider community within their research domain, introducing new perspectives, and driving improvement in students' analytical and writing skills. It is easy for doctoral students to become overwhelmed by a challenge of becoming familiar with several bodies of literature, which typically characterize doctoral research. Pursuing a PhD by publication effectively partitions what is a large undertaking into smaller, more manageable pieces of work, and helps to establish boundaries around the relevant bodies of literature. It provides a framework for distinguishing between the most relevant literature and the extent to which it is necessary to explore them. Taking this approach does not prevent fuller exploration of literatures of particular interest. It simply acts as a signal to ask whether the returns from further exploration are sufficiently beneficial or not. Undertaking a PhD can be very challenging in many ways. One of these is the extended period of time over which PhD work is conducted, normally between 3 to 4 years. In this context, publishing progressively provides material evidence of progress, which helps to build your self-confidence and creates a sense of achievement. Pursuing a PhD by publication involves iterations of intense writing, responding to reviews, making amendments, copy editing, proofreading, with each cycle resulting in a completed product and thus a sense of completion. Publishing during PhD candidacy facilitates students establishing and developing a credible profile in their chosen research arena, although actively contributing to the relevant bodies of literature. This has obvious benefits for career prospects post-PhD and also opens doors and presents opportunities throughout the PhD process, some of which may otherwise have not arisen. Securing grant and scholarships resources to support doctoral research, particularly that which student requires significant field work or the like, is often one of the greatest challenges. Funding agencies often give preference to supporting work that can demonstrate tangible and preferably short-term benefits. Presenting research outputs progressively in the form of refereed articles is an effective mechanism for demonstrating the value of research to existing or prospective funding agencies. Finally, the process of examining a thesis is demanding and time-consuming and is an implicit rather than explicit duty in case of academics. Formally, a prospective examiner is usually informed only of the thesis title and perhaps the abstract, although other information may be communicated informally through a supervisor. A potential examiner therefore may or may not be aware that all or aspects of a thesis have been published. However, if the student has been undertaking a PhD by publication, it is likely that the examiner will have been exposed to a student's published work, and this may encourage them to accept the invitation to examine the thesis. Although most universities ask examiners to respond within 6 to 8 weeks, in reality it is not uncommon for the process of examination to take as long as 6 months from thesis submission. Submitting a PhD by publication will reduce the likelihood that examiners require major revisions, most of the cases. Major revisions can be difficult to address once a student has moved from the university into employment elsewhere, for reasons such as competing commitments, resource constraints, and reduced access to supervisors. These constraints are often exacerbated for international students. While submission of a PhD by publication offers no guarantee of how the examiners will see the thesis, acceptance of the work in peer-reviewed journals is likely to assure examiners that the work is of thesis quality. Substantive revisions are likely to be confined to those parts of the thesis, such as introductory and concluding sections, that have not been published. For the student, a faster examination process means graduating earlier and a faster track to PhD-dependent opportunities. In some cases, job prospects or pay scales may be constrained until the PhD award is realized. In some university funding systems, a delayed PhD completions may also incur financial disadvantage for the university at which the student is enrolled. Thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you soon with my next video, which will talk about the disadvantages of undertaking a PhD by publication. See you.